Aloy, I see you've dealt with Hades.
Yeah. Think maybe you can stay dead this time?
It will. You can trust.
Trust?
Yes. Trust. As in, since I did what you could never do, and extracted all of Hades' priceless knowledge, you can trust that I was willing to actually let you destroy it this time.
So back to holograms instead of face-to-face? What, afraid I'd stab you or something?
There's a reason
And using the same spyware. I see, so all those times I called, you could have just answered? But I guess you just prefer to go on spying all this time.
My world stopped revolving around you months ago, Aloy. I've had work to do. Countless hours of research, as demanding and time-intensive as it has been critical to the fate of this planet.
Right, of course. You're just trying to save the world too.
That's right. The difference, of course, is that unlike you, I've produced results.
Did you find a backup of Gaia or not?
Oh, yes. I believe I did.
Where?
Voila. Why do you think I summoned you here? Behind that gene-locked hatch lie the ruins of the ancient facility where the Hades extinction protocol was perfected. A testing process that ran hundreds of trials, each of them using a backup of Gaia.
Hades told you this?
It took some convincing, but yes. So, are you ready to go get what you've been searching for the last 6 months? Or are you just going to stand there with your mouth open?
I just want to stab him. Can I please just stab him? I just want to stab him. Not fatally, at least not yet. Not yet has he done anything that deserves, like, being murdered. But, like, I mean, like, just like a flesh wound. Maybe take off a finger or something, to be straight up. Duckster, welcome to stream. Dude, that ending with Hades was great. I really loved that. That was fantastic, the way they did that. I thought that was amazing. I also really loved that Hades said, like, oh no, I succeeded thrice, even. 3 times Gaia screwed up and didn't make the world correctly, and I had to kill it, which just proves that the Hades system had to exist. Because if Hades hadn't aborted those 3 failed biospheres, then humanity would have failed. Gaia would have failed to make a correct biosphere, and it would have broken apart. So, like, Hades, just like Travis said back in Zero Dawn, where he said, like, you gotta make Hades, because what if she screws up? He was right. If Hades hadn't been made, then the world would have been destroyed on that very first, or not destroyed, but it would have not been habitable to, like, allow life in that first bit. Gaia would have screwed it up unless Hades took out those that version 2, 3, and 4 that failed, and then this is the 5th one that Gaia got right. Yeah, pull out Sylens' blue wires. Just yank him out. He deserves it. Just curious, do you think Masters is a name, not a group of people who sent the signal? I don't know. It could go either way, to be honest. It could be like a group, like a council. I wonder, I actually wanted to bring this up earlier in stream, but I forgot. But as I was rendering the first stream where, like, you go through the first mission with Varl and it, like, shows Far Zenith, and, like, Far Zenith had, like, a council that was gonna, like, oust some of their people and all. We haven't heard anything about Far Zenith since. I wonder if Far Zenith will play more of a role, and maybe that council they were talking about plays a role in this game in some way. Or if maybe, I love how these two are just, like, looking around aimlessly, waiting for me to choose a dialogue option. They're like, what's happening? Why are we standing here? Why aren't we doing anything? Why aren't we saying anything? What's going on? Like, I love that. But I wonder if Far Zenith is going to come up more, or if Far Zenith was just kind of like a throwaway reference. Not a throwaway reference, but like a reference to the first game. Like, oh, you remember Far Zenith? That's how we're going to introduce this game, but that's all they're relevant for. There's other stuff that's going to come up later in the game. I'm really curious how that's going to go. But, I don't know. Masters could be a group or be a singular thing. There's really no way to tell as of now. Because, like, I could see it being, like, Hades said Masters is in plural. I could see him saying that because there are multiple. Or it could just be the weird way his AI talks that it speaks in plural. Because it's, like, he thinks it's maybe an AI or something. I don't know. Or maybe it is an AI. It could be an AI instead of people. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Let's get through this dialogue.
You mentioned you've been busy.
Exceptionally busy.
But not so busy you couldn't teach Tanakh the rebels to override machines, ride them as mounts.
Aloy, the only issue you should be concerned about is obtaining a Gaia backup. Perhaps if you focused more, you might actually see results.
That's not exactly a denial, Sylens.
Take it any way you want.
He's just such a dick. He's even more of a dick in this game than he was in the first game. He's still, I want to make it clear, by the way, Sylens, as a character, still very interesting, and I think he serves his role very well. I'm pretty sure the developers want you to want to stab him. So kudos to them. They're doing it right. But man, I just want to kick him in the shin, man. I want to make him stub his toe.
Just to confirm, Hades said that there are backups of Gaia in there.
Yes. Or were anyway. 1,000 years ago.
Backups that didn't get purged when Ted Faro wiped every copy of Apollo.
Correct. According to Hades, this facility could not be accessed by remote signal. Not even Ted Faro could touch the data here.
Backups. Data complete, Gaia and her subordinate functions. Everything needed to reboot the system. Restore control over the terraforming system, save life on Earth. And there.
So Hades said. So what are you waiting for?
This makes a lot more sense now. Last stream when, or maybe it was the first stream. It was the first or the second one. I don't remember. They're blending together because I'm playing the game so much. Aloy said, like, Ted Faro deleted all of the Gaia backups as well. And I was like, why would he do that? Like, getting rid of Apollo is one thing to keep the knowledge away, but getting rid of Gaia? What if Gaia has a problem, which she did, and needs to be rebooted or the entire world gets destroyed, you moron? But now I get why he did it, because the Gaia backup has Apollo in it. It has all of the subordinate functions, so unless he got rid of the backups, then Apollo would still be there. At the end of the day, Ted Faro is still a moron who doomed the world and nearly got everyone killed. But, or he did get everyone killed in the previous world. He almost killed the second world, too, because he's an idiotic monster. But, I understand now. Now it makes more sense to me.
Did Hades reveal the source of the mysterious signal? The one that woke it, tried to destroy life on Earth?
Yes, it did.
Care to share?
In due time. First things first, Aloy. Last I checked, you still had a superintelligent AI named Gaia to reboot.
Yeah. The same Gaia who had to destroy herself 20 years ago because of the signal?
It stopped being transmitted years ago. It's no longer a threat.
What if it repeats?
It won't. Even if it did, well... The details are complicated, but the signal required Hades to take effect. Delete Hades from any backup you reboot, and Gaia's safe. Now stop wasting time. Go get a backup.
Yeah, I guess we wouldn't really need Hades at this point. I'm gonna be honest, though. I would probably, for safety's sake, I would take Hades out of the backup and, like, copy him to, like, a very secure drive to hide somewhere. Because what if something happens where you need Gaia to reset again, like if the world falls apart all of a sudden, like extinction happens and you need... I'm just saying. You know? Could be dangerous to have no way of ever having Hades either, because if they didn't have Hades the first time, then Gaia would have failed. Just throwing that out there.
All right. I'll search the facility for a Gaia backup. But just to be clear, Sylens, if this ends up being another one of your tricks...
It's a gene-locked hatch, Aloy. You're literally the only person who can open it. How could I set a trap inside?
Trick me again, Sylens, and our next conversation will be face-to-face. Though you won't have much to say, on account of my spear being buried in your throat.
Aloy, thanks to me, everything you've desired, everything you've been fumbling about, unable to achieve for 6 months, is now within your grasp. Now, I know you didn't learn much about manners growing up a Nora outcast. But in a situation like this, you say, thank you, and I say, you're welcome.
I can't wait to stab him. Sylens is the perfect example of what is wrong with the idea that the ends justify the means. He's literally the poster boy for ends justify the means, and why that's not the right approach to take. Honestly, what I really want right now, and I don't think I don't know, I could see them not addressing this in the game later, but I really hope they address it in the game later. I really want Aloy to take these moments with Sylens where he's saying like, well, look at the end, that's what matters, who cares about what I did in the interim, and how she is very upset about it and hates that he does it that way, and I hope she applies that to her own life, because she... Shut up, Sylens! I'm talking to chat! And I hope she applies that to like, oh, you know what? This is probably kind of how Aaron and Varl and everyone else felt when I just dipped after the Battle of the Elite and then left without talking to them.
Hold for identity scan.
Get some character development in there.
Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr.
What the?
Please step inside. Please step inside. Please step inside.
Uh-oh.
Are you kidding me?
I think we're in luck.
And luck? The door is completely messed up.
Obviously. But despite the malfunction, you can still get through. If you'll be patient for a while longer. See those crystals there? The Osram call them fire gleam. They're combustible. Not nearly powerful enough to blast through a door like that.
But maybe just enough to jolt it open a bit more.
Exactly. It will only work with an igniter. I'm sending you the schematics now. To build it, you'll need some machine parts and the oil from a kindleweed plant. That only grows underwater, but you should be able to find some in the nearby lake. The parts are more complicated. You'll need a spark coil from within a Leap Lasher's power cell. Remove the power cell before you kill the machine, or else it'll break.
Got it. Well, I already have some deep water kindleweed. Just need to get the parts.
Yeah, good thing I already did that part. Alright, so this is gonna be a new thing that we can use to get through stuff. We're gonna be able to whatchamacallit, be able to interact with this red crystal fire gleam at other locations. Just gonna have to kill some Leap Lashers first. That's gonna be fun.
Should have the parts I need for the igniter. I should scan one of them. My focus can show me where the part is. Those lights were built for leaping.
Leap Lasher.
There's the power cell. I can tag it in my focus display.
Okay. Oh, you can tap triangle to do a component.
I'll have to detach it before the machine goes down.
Oh, and now it like glows purplish? Dude, that's so cool. I really love the focus they're putting on like breaking certain components and all on machines. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. I really like the focus they're putting on breaking certain components and stuff before... Help. I'm invisible. Dude, I love being a stalker. It's so much fun. Boom. Nailed it. Hey there, bud. What if I turn invisible right now? Wouldn't that be kind of pog? Where'd I go? Where am I? Who am I? Silent Strike! You lived?
Down it goes.
Okay. No, you're dead, though. Dude, I love the Stalker Valor Surge. It's so great. Oh, I love it so much. That's a good point in chat. Maybe we'll need Hades to help with the Blight. Yeah.
I just need to build this thing.
Imagine we...
There's a workbench near the entrance to the facility.
Yeah, I got it, I got
Time
it.
tinkering with Hades.
Tinkering? More like extracting invaluable data.
I could just see us booting up Gaia and then Gaia being like, oh dear, this like Blight stuff on the land? Like that has to be like extinctified. We gotta like genocide that. Where's Hades? Where's my Hades function? It's the one that kills stuff. Alright. Special gear. This should be the third one? Oh no, the gliding thing doesn't count as special gear. It's just like a normal gear piece, I guess, that we got. Okay, that makes sense. So this is the second of 4. Installed on the spear, this igniter can be used to detonate Firegleam and clear their obstructions. Oh, cool. It goes on the spear. Nice.
There. Should be able to use this to blow up that fire gleam now.
Indeed. A useful combination. If It's how I detached the processing orb from the horse in the first place.
Great.
Yeah, whatever. I really hope that whatever ruins we're going into doesn't take longer than about 40 minutes. I'm getting very hungry. The glider does count as special gear. It's in that section of the inventory. It just wasn't crafted, so it's not there. Oh, okay, that makes sense. This is Horizon Forbidden West. Ooh, that haptic feedback. Yeah, just gotta really get it in there first.
Please step inside.
Finally. I think I'm in.
Hacker voice.
Then by all means, proceed.
But I can use
Latopolis?
this igniter if I find more places with fire gleam.
Focus on the task at hand, Aloy.
Sylens, mind your own business! I can talk about other stuff while I'm walking into a facility. Anyways, we got a little over 40 minutes left in stream. I'm starting to feel mighty hungry. So I hope that this doesn't accidentally take me over for stream time. Open up. Oh dear.
This whole place is flooded. And there's another gene-locked door on the other side. But that's where any Gaia backups would have been stored. I have to find a way to get over there.
Dude, straight up, I feel like I'm playing Portal 2. Where's my portal gun? Fork it over? Let me find Peabody and Atlas in here and reactivate them so we can do some tests. Hey guys, we got rid of Hades! Now the evil AI is gone! And then, like, you hear, like, a machine boot up behind you. Oh, hello there. And it's GLaDOS, and then that's the next big enemy. Oh, that... What a crossover that would be. Portal 3 at long last. That's the joke's on you. Portal 3 and Horizon 3, same thing. Data corruption severe. Okay, so this is like people entering the facility in 2065, I guess. A lot of Travis Tate, and by a lot, I mean two. Hank Shaw is a name that seems familiar. Security Team Bravo, interesting. DeLeon, Hayden, Zhang, I don't recognize any of those. Haruki Sato, I don't recognize. I don't remember what Hank Shaw, where that name is from. I think Hank Shaw might have been another one of the alphas in the first game. I don't recall. One of the people in charge of one of the subordinate functions. But, like, obviously Elizabeth Sobek, we know who that is. Oh, and actually on June 15th, Elizabeth and Travis came in together. DeLeon, Hayden, and Zhang all came in together on February 5th as well. But they were at different times. But Travis and Elizabeth came in together on June 15th at the exact same time. Oh, right, Hank Shaw was the Far Zenith spy. Right, thank you, Mad Hatter, thank you. And Lone Wolf, you also answered. Thank you both. You were, yeah, Hank Shaw was the person working under Travis to steal Gaia. Right. That's where I remember the name from. That's why I remember it so well, is because it was mentioned, like, 2 days ago at the start of the game. Okay, so Hank Shaw came in here. So maybe we're not quite done with Far Zenith just yet. Maybe there's still more to be said about Far Zenith. What am I doing? Sorry, don't pay attention to me. I'm losing my mind.
Well, this is familiar. Making my way through ancient, crumbling ruins while you spy on me through my focus.
Stop waxing nostalgic and concentrate on finding a backup.
Sylens, you know... I hope you don't ever plan on having a significant other. Also, don't talk to me about that jump. It was definitely my fault that I screwed that up. Can I get up right here? Maybe? Yeah, I was about to say, it seems like I should be able to get back up right here. Alright, let's try that again with less failure this time. Oh, okay. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. You know what the problem is? Is I keep hitting X to jump, and then that makes her jump off incorrectly. If I just, by the way, game, thank you for reminding me the buttons to pull out the Pullcaster. Because I was like, definitely Pullcaster here, I just have to remember how to do it. But I was hitting X. If you just hold the analog stick long enough, Aloy will make the direction you need to jump. Oh yeah, and we can, like, jump backwards now. Right, I forgot about that. Thank goodness the game reminds you of all these vital game mechanics that I keep forgetting.